Welcome to Modern Art Blitz. My name is Mag Leeson. I'm your host. Next to me, in the sketcher's seat, digging through a lot of, man, it's all used. It's got fingerprints on it in this box. This is intern Eliza. She's in the sketcher's seat.
What else do you think is going to be on it?
Well, you know what? I see many art people, especially art students here, where they've really never touched the pens, and it's all nice and oh, look, it's my nice orderly pencil box, and at the end of the semester, it's still nice and orderly. But you're a working artist here.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks. There's no comeback necessary. Our guest today, Michael Massenburg. Yes, the Michael Massenburg is back on Modern Art Blitz. Welcome back.
Glad to be back.
You guessed it before. I have to say, you guessed it on such an early episode. I started watching some of our early episodes. I said, I got to have some of these people back so we have a good. I mean, you were good. You were great, but we were still, technically. I
appreciate it.
I want a good show here. So now, here's the thing. I'm on Facebook. You're on Facebook.
Yes.
And I got to say, you're all over the world right now these days. What's going on?
It's one of those. I think it's that curiosity factor. I think for us as creative people, I think it's important for us to explore. And sometimes we got to physically go other places to kind of explore, ask questions. Even if we don't get the answers, but the idea just to see with our own eyes and come to our own conclusions.
Art is the asking of the questions a lot of the time, yes? If
for
not
sure.
all the time.
Oh, yes.
So now you do some mediums, or you're just a painter? What do you?
I consider myself multimedia because the foundation has always been drawing, then painting, and then it evolved into collaging, then it evolved to assemblage, and then involved with some aspects of photography and digital work. So pretty much a lot of different mediums. And so depending on where I want to apply the art, or what I want to say, or what's available at the moment, I would choose any of those elements and stuff.
Nice. Now we're looking at a painting. Can we see this painting here?
Oh, yes.
What is this? What's this picture?
This is a picture called Now, Here and Now. And basically, this is an example of my different approaches. Like, it started off with pen drawing, and then I added collage elements, and then also I added some painted elements. And then from there, I like realism. I also like abstraction. Sometimes I like to fill everything up really colorful. In this particular case, I started working with things going back to more earth tones, kind of more subdued, and using the medium as far as the background, trying to play with the contrast between black and white, as far as the spaces in between and the negative and positive space.
And is this a new piece?
This is a fairly new piece, yes.
Yeah?
Yes, it has never been shown. So,
debut.
Yes, debut.
And did you you made it in your studio here now in Southern California? You didn't make it on one of your travels?
No. But this was here. This was done before the travels.
I'm on Facebook one night, and this guy's in Colombia doing Facebook Live videos. Like, hey, I'm just hanging out, and it wasn't even like people do like, oh wow, I'm seeing Elton John. I'm gonna do Facebook Live. Michael's like, yeah, we're just having a beer at some guy's living room in Colombia, but I'm gonna put it on Facebook Live. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, the funny part was that particular moment. The reason why I decided, we were sitting there. Here's a family that lives and grew up in Colombia, in the city of Cali. Never been outside the country, but my friend speaks English, and there was a moment we started talking about music. So her boyfriend said, well, what kind of music you listen to? So I talked about different stuff, and they were already sharing their music. And then we started talking about some of the popular music, and then it was that moment where it was like, wow, I forgot I was in a whole other country, whole other culture. But
for a minute there, you guys, you could have been.
It was like, after a while, I was like, oh my God, it was the connection, and that was one of those moments. So it just so happened I happened to capture it during that time, and we were talking, like, for instance, I mentioned about I listened to a lot of Tupac and Funkadelic, and they were having on the screen was a lot of different radio stations that played different styles of music. So we went to the song and stuff and said, oh yeah, they know. And of course, a lot of American cultures around the world already. But the whole idea I think was so great about art in general, how it transcends all the distance, the language, and the cultures and stuff. So it was a beautiful moment.
Nice.
And the beer was good too.
Now this is a whole environment here. What are we looking at?
Yeah, this is actually a piece that was done for the experience. This is a piece called Cali Sunshine. Cali is the city which I visited for like about 2 weeks. And
I thought you might have meant Cali, like California.
I know.
Back to Cali,
that's why sometimes I had to clarify, because if I say Columbia, people think I'm thinking about Columbia, South Carolina, or the University of Columbia. I had to tell them, like, no, Columbia is South America.
Now, is this a painting?
This is actually a digital piece.
Digital?
Yes, digital.
Oh.
And so a lot of times I would play with stuff. I would use elements of drawings or painting stuff, and then I'll create these filters and stuff, and I'll play like with Photoshop. But the one thing I didn't want the piece always like, oh, it was a computerized. Sometimes it does look like that. But in the case with this, I wanted to kind of...
You're kind of, it's more painterly than the average.
And that's what I try to do.
Than most digital art.
Well, thank you, I appreciate it. That was the whole intention, because I want people to pay attention to what they're looking at as opposed to how it was made. Because sometimes, especially with digital work, look, did you work in Photoshop? What layers is this? Like, I have no idea, because I'm not an expert. I just use it as a tool.
It's just a tool, a raw tool
Exactly.
to play with. You don't want. See, the problem with Photoshop is once you play with it raw, then they go like.
Oh yeah, it's easy.
It's like 8.0. Then when they go to 9.0, it's like it's like the toolbox. Everything's in a different place.
And I use an old version, because all I need is just to help me to get to, like, for instance, sometimes I would use it. Let's say if I want to play with different colors, so I can play with different colors with my images on the computer real fast, especially if I'm doing commission work. And so I can be able to get a sense about how I'm going to go. And I might not even stick to that, but it shows me the possibilities visually.
What kind of commissions you been getting lately?
I know recently, a few months ago, I did some commissions for actually, I think you and I talked about it. I shared with you, I did it for a baseball museum.
Yeah.
And that was pretty fun. And I didn't put any images in there.
You should have brought some baseball into the spring training now.
I know, especially now, yeah. And yeah, so that was cool.
So and this artwork is it online, or is it like been digitally printed and installed?
Well, actually,
in Cali,
I'm using part of it. This project is called Future Dreams. That was the name of the project going to Cali in Colombia. And so what that was wanting to have a workshop working with teenage mothers in that community and using art as a tool. And what the goal and intention is to create a way where they can create some kind of commerce for the work they create. And so I decided to create a website. And so actually, this piece is incorporated into the website. And also it will be available as a digital print too.
Great.
And so we're going to be raising money and doing sponsorships in regards to be able to empower some of the young mothers. In fact, one of the most inspiring stories was when my friend who used to work at a garment factory, she had one of her older friends that can come through, and we sat down and talk. And what her friend wants to do, she already has a swimwear line, an active women's line. And for me, it was like stunning. And actually, she sells that, periodically throughout the area and stuff. But she has a dream and a goal to make her business international.
So this just any funds you can raise is going to help.
Yeah. So get a chance to meet this one person. There was a lot of people had a lot of great things that they were inspiring to.
Wow.
Is that it was like that's what we want to do.
Let's see what else you're up to.
Yep. Oh, this is a piece. It's called Tribute to Blue Demon.
Tribute to the Blue Demon, the lucha.
Yes. As a matter of fact, this was a piece I did a little recently. It's a blur now. It's like yesterday. It might have been 6 months ago, but it's like yesterday.
Could have been last week. Could have been 1973.
And this piece was actually done for Man One curated this event that was at Plaza de la Raza, and so this is a piece I did for it, and I really enjoyed doing this piece. It was really fun. It's a painting with some collage elements and stuff, and it was just fun just kind of creating.
Look, I'm going to pin him. I'm going to pin him. I got him. I got him. I got him. I'm holding him down. I'm holding him down. Look at the monitor, man.
Yeah, you got him.
I got him. I'm holding him.
You got him.
Okay.
Yep.
Fine.
Yeah.
Let's see it. I love the old wrestlers though.
Yes.
So did you ever wrestle?
No, I didn't, but I remember as a kid always watching wrestling on TV. I mean, that was like, that's part of our culture is watching wrestling.
You grew up in LA.
I grew up in LA, yes.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Washington High School.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So do you remember the Olympic the wrestling
yes.
the Olympic Auditorium?
Oh,
right?
yes, exactly.
Yes.
All of them.
Call Richmond 9 for tickets now. Call Richmond 9 something.
Oh, yeah.
And now you drive by where the Olympic Auditorium, you know what it is now? It's a Korean mega church. It's right off the 10 freeway.
Oh, now I remember now. Yes, right. That's right.
They used to have the busts of the wrestlers or the boxers on the side, and you could see where the bricks were. It's all painted over.
That's amazing.
Yes,
that's amazing.
How much time the way of the Lord has taken that monument. And then the thing for me with the Olympic was the boxing, that we would watch the wrestling, the roller derby.
I was about to bring roller derby up.
LAT birds.
Oh man!
But then they had they ended up having a bunch of punk shows, and like Morrissey played.
That's right.
Morrissey played the Olympic Auditorium, but now.
It's gone by.
On Sundays.
Yeah. Yes.
So now we're looking. Is this a painting?
This is actual painting.
Okay. What year is this?
This is recent, in the past few months. It's the start of a series. Like, also in my travels, what I like to do, I take pictures, photographs for references of some of my friends in all these different areas I go to. Uh-huh. And so I wanted to kind of do these different portraits, kind of honoring them, and this spirit of who they are. Yeah.
You see, I like to pretend in the green screen, oh, it's such a beautiful artwork, but I actually have to look at the monitor and say, oh, wow, it's such a beautiful artwork. Is it all, what are you using, oils?
This is mostly acrylic.
Acrylic?
Yeah, mostly acrylic.
It looks more...
It is interesting because another thing too, how I approach acrylic, because in the early years, I used to do watercolors. And so I kind of like break all the rules. And so my work will have elements of, I will use mixed oil, like the previous piece was mostly like wood stain, which is oil based. That's where you saw the browns and stuff. And this was pretty much all acrylic right here.
Wow. All right, if we keep the images moving, you got a variety here. It's not just paintings, not just
I try to show a little bit different.
We got what's next?
Let's see what's
going.
Was
that all we?
No, we have more.
Was there more images?
Oh, it might have been.
Here we are.
Okay.
This is okay. So and this is this digital again?
This is digital, and a lot of people know me for doing public art.
Yes.
And so I've done stuff with Metro, Cultural Affairs, ESPN Zone, and then places all around across the country, and starting to do some things overseas too.
Wow.
So this particular piece is a piece that I'm doing now for convert it into. I want to create a digital file where I want to convert it into that's going to be printed out as tile.
Tile?
Yes.
Wow.
So with the technology now is a way where it can be done by hand, or it can be done by different companies and stuff. And this way, I decided as you see, the color's a lot more flat. And so and the reason why I want to make them flat, because when I create it in a tile, I can hand paint them in like these 12-inch squares.
Oh, so you can have a lot of little tiles. Almost.
Yeah. So like for instance, like right now, you see the scale. That it'll be like close to that size.
Wow.
You know.
And it's going to be pretty huge, though.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They might have to across the whole city.
Yeah.
Each tile.
I know. Yes.
No, okay.
Yes. So
while we've been gabbing.
Yeah.
Eliza here has been a sketching.
Oh wow.
So let's see. Wow. From the sketcher's seat, portrait of Michael Massenburg.
Oh wow. Well, thank you.
Here we go.
I appreciate that.
Love it. Love it very much. Yeah. Michael Massenburg, thank you for joining us on Modern Art Blitz. We'll be back right after this.
Thank you.